Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my first impressions look on the Air Jordan 36 Low. So this shoe is finally out in the US. I mean, we've been seeing some crazy PEs by the NBA players, and I'm super jealous because they get so many awesome colorways, right? But they've been wearing the Low pretty much throughout this entire season, and Jordan Brand, or I guess Nike, has finally decided to release them to the public, I guess, right? So the Low is actually $20 cheaper than the regular Jordan 36. So this shoe is going for 165 bucks, and then the regular Jordan 36 is going for 185 bucks. So I guess just making it a Low, cutting this part off and making it $20 cheaper is awesome, right? So if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. There's some really dope colorways of the 36. There's like a gold and green color, like basically like a Celtics colorway, and also that gradient colorway that I keep mentioning is also still available on Nike.com. Well, I just checked. Hopefully it doesn't sell out once this video goes out, right? And then the 36 Low is still available, but it's selling out pretty quickly. I feel like there are some sizes not available. So again, links are below, but let's get started off with the Tracciones. In this colorway, we have a solid rubber outsole, right? And it's a white rubber outsole. And look, it's the same exact pattern as the Jordan 36. Pretty not surprising, right? So we have a herringbone traction pattern, and just trying it on my wood floors, it seems pretty good. I mean, there's not a lot of squeak to it, unfortunately, right? I actually don't remember how the Jordan 36 felt when I first got it. Like on my wood floors. I remember it being good, but I don't remember if it was squeaky or not, right? But the Jordan 36 now, you know, I've been playing the 36 a little bit. It has a very good bite and it's very squeaky. And in this colorway that I have of the Jordan 36, it is a translucent outsole, right? So the 36 Low, I mean, it seems to have a good bite, pretty good bite right now, but it's not very squeaky. And yeah, it's the same exact pattern, right? It's just a herringbone traction pattern basically throughout this entire outsole. And as far as durability goes, yeah, probably not the best for outdoor use. The grooves are pretty thin and the rubber is pretty easily moved. So yeah, probably not the best option for an outdoor court. And it's an expensive shoe, right? So there is a traction there, pretty much identical. And where the Jumpman logo is, it's in the same exact spot, you know, where the like this outline of the 4-foot zoom unit and also this kind of like cutout, so you can see the heel zoom unit is the same. So there's the outsole there, and also of course we have the Eclipse plate. It's not the Eclipse plate. I mean, they're not really calling it that anymore. It was just that in the 34 and the 35. But you know, we still have this like hole where you can see through the midsole, and of course they corded out the midsole so that it reduces weight, right? And this shoe feels extremely light, and we'll get to weight in a little bit. And also we have this plastic piece, which is really good for torsional support. So as far as heel to toe transition goes, it feels very nice so far, right? So we have a rounded shape here. It's the same as the 36. We have actually a little bit of compression from the foam midsole, which is very nice, especially comparing it to like the Jordan 34, which was very, very stiff. The 35 was a little bit softer, but the 36 is definitely the softest in my opinion. And then here in the 4-foot, we have a very nice curve shape, and we have a little bit of 4-foot flex, just a tiny bit, look at that. And it's like at the edge, right? So we have good torsional support, and yeah, I mean, heel to toe transition is very smooth, just like in the regular Jordan 36. So they basically recycled the outsole and midsole. I mean, it's the Low version of the Jordan 36, so that definitely does make sense, right? As far as the materials go, it's pretty much the same as the Jordan 36. It's a leno weave, and the pattern is a little different though, right? The pattern is just a tiny bit different, and also the colorway is a little bit different, right? So in the Rui Hachimura colorway that I have here, it's basically, this is like a very red color, and then in the Low, this is like an infrared color, which is really cool, right? I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Hopefully it comes up. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but it's definitely noticeable in person, right? And yeah, it's still extremely thin. Look at that. Look at how thin it is. Look at how easily moved it is. It feels amazing, and it's see-through. You can basically see your foot through this material, and you can see my finger through it if you put your hand into the shoe, right? So yeah, it's extremely thin, the thinnest material that you can get right now. But also it's pretty damn supportive. I actually haven't really had any issues with durability. So that's definitely a good thing. But there is less fuse here in the toe box, right? Right here. I mean, there's like an underlying material, but the fuse doesn't go all the way just like in the 36. The 36, it goes all the way around. The 36 low, it does not. So there's a little bit of a difference there, right? And then here in the midfoot, it's extremely thin. Just look at that. And also another little difference is that we can see this like fuse. It's not a fuse material. It acts like a fuse though. It's more like a very cheap like felt or nubuck kind of material, like a synthetic. And it goes all the way around right here, right? All the way around into the medial side as well. For the regular 36, there's nothing in the midfoot, right? So it's just a leno weave. So that's another little difference there. I wonder why they added that, maybe for a little bit more support, but yeah, I guess that definitely is a good thing. There's definitely a lot less leno weave here in the midfoot as opposed to the regular 36. And then for the tongue, they both feel pretty much the same. They both have very minimal padding, and also they're both independent tongues. So they don't have an inner booty or half booty construction tongue, which most, like modern day basketball shoes have. But I don't think it's gonna be an issue, just because also here in the 36 low, the laces go through this hole here in the tongue, which this will keep the tongue in place. So that's one thing that I don't like about independent tongues, is that first of all, it can fold in on itself like this while you're putting the shoe on, and then you kind of have to like adjust it, which is annoying. And also the tongue can move like left or right when you're playing, so you constantly have to like adjust while you're playing as well. But because of what they did here, you're probably not gonna have to adjust it, and they did the same thing pretty much here in the 36. But one thing that I hated, or not hated, but one thing that was kind of annoying is the laces go through this little patch. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it until like I have to lace up the shoes, and it's just like I have to put my fingers through here and lace it up. It's kind of annoying, So they did away with that here in the low, which I like, but they also added a lace lock. And yeah, I don't really use it. There's really no point. So I'm probably gonna take it off, and it says 36 on it. Just, I guess, pretty cool. And then here in the ankle area, we have very minimal padding as well, just like in the Jordan 36. So this material feels extremely thin, very, very lightweight, and ventilation is off the charts, right? Moving on to the cushioning setup. So it's the exact same as the Jordan 36. No big surprises there, but on their tech specs, it's weird because they just say zoom unit, right? So let me get the actual, it's pretty funny, right? So when you look at the tech specs for the regular Jordan 36, it says full length zoom strobe unit with a double stack 4-foot zoom unit and heel zoom unit, and it gives you all the tech specs, right? But for the Jordan 36 low, it just says a zoom air unit cushions your foot to add an extra burst of responsiveness off the dribble. That's all they say. It doesn't say there's a zoom strobe or anything. So when I read the tech specs, I was like, it is cheaper, so maybe there's no zoom strobel in it, right? But it's the same. There is a full-length zoom strobel unit, and it is very bouncy. There's a lot of compression and stuff like that, right? Step-in comfort is comfortable. The insole has a lot of holes in it, same as the Jordan 36, and the insole is like a plastic styrofoam type of material, which I don't really like. I wish they would use like an ortholite, like foam insole, but in the 36 they're using like that styrofoam material, just like in like the KD15 and KD14. And also over the zoom strobe unit, just like in the Jordan 36, there's like a little cloth over it as well. That feels very nice, and if you like zoom strobe, you'll definitely like the 36 low, which was the exact same in the regular 36. And also with the foam, there is a little bit of difference as well, right? So I don't know if you guys can see, but this black material, it's actually just foam, and it's quite soft. In the regular 36, this is like plastic, right? But it does still get a little soft, but it's a little bit stiffer than the 36 low. But either way, it's pretty negligible. It still has a good amount of compression here in the heel. Court feel is pretty damn good, and all that feels very identical to the Jordan 36. Moving on to the fit, I went true to size, and it fits me extremely well, just like in the Jordan 36, right? So my toes go pretty much right to the edge of the shoe, and this shoe is extremely narrow, just like in the regular Jordan 36, right? And also it is quite snug. So I love the fit here in the 36 low. If you have a wide foot or you want a roomier fit, I would suggest going up half a size or maybe even a full size. And also they kept like the heel exactly the same as well. So there's this tab here made of like a synthetic material, which not the best for quality, and also like this plastic piece right here is pretty much the same as well. So there is the fit. As far as the support goes, I mean, it's probably gonna be just as good as the Jordan 36. I had no issues with lateral containment. It might actually be a little bit better for lateral containment, even though the Jordan 36 was awesome, right? So like I mentioned, the 36 doesn't have this like fused material that the 36 low has. So that makes the material a little bit more rigid, so it'll be a little bit more supportive. But like I said, I didn't have any issues with the 36. And also we have the foam and outsole coming up, acting as a sidewall here. And also there is an internal TPU heel counter, so lateral containment is probably gonna be good, and lateral stability is probably gonna be good as well. And they're both very wide too, right? And the Jordan 36 had terrible ankle support. I mean, it is a mid-top, but this doesn't really restrict ankle movement at all. So yeah, it feels very similar to the 36 low. So there's that. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. Like I mentioned, it feels extremely light. The Jordan 36 was pretty damn light as well, but you know, it's probably gonna be the same exact weight, like 11-12 ounces? 11.92 ounces. Let's check the other pair. 11.78 ounces, right? And then let's check the regular 36. 11.85. So yeah, the exact same weight. Is that surprising? No. Everything is pretty much the exact same. There's not a whole lot of difference from the Jordan 36 to the Jordan 36 low. I mean, I don't even know why they made a low, because like I mentioned, this doesn't even have good ankle support. So this basically feels like a low. I mean, it definitely feels a little bit better. I like how there is no material on the ankle bone, which I like how that feels a little bit better than the Jordan 36, but like I mentioned, it doesn't really restrict ankle movement that much, right? Yeah, and they both feel very lightweight, super minimal material, and honestly, it's pretty hard to tell the difference on like which shoe I'm wearing, you know, when I have both of the shoes on at the same time, right? So there's that. Moving on to the aesthetics, yeah, they both look amazing. I actually, I think the 36 low looks just a tiny bit better, but honestly, it's pretty much the same exact shoe, right? So tell us what you guys think looks better down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, yeah, I don't even really think I should do a review on the 36 low. I mean, do you guys want to see one? It'll probably be the exact same as the 36, right? I don't really see it being any different. Maybe the outsole, the solid rubber outsole might perform a little bit different, but I have my doubts on that. It'll probably be very, very good. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to save money, because there is a $20 price difference, the low is $20 cheaper, then just get the low, man. The 36 low feels exactly the same as the regular Jordan 36. They didn't really change up that much either, which of course is a good thing for us. So that about wraps it up for my first impressions and I guess like initial comparison between the 36 low and the 36. Again, if you guys want to cop, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.